Okay, right, we continue looking at some examples. So now we've got a letter of complaint to a manager. Things have gone backwards. Things are right, but we need the alignment. Let's have a look at the business address. Very good. Obviously, this should be like, there shouldn't be lines left open, but I think this is how it ended up coming to me by email. Right, dear sir, I prefer madam. All right, now I have a problem right from the start. Okay, this is a restaurant in Rosebank. How many restaurants have you been into where the cutlery was dirty and the place was a mess? Because it says, complaint regarding cutlery and cleanliness. How many places have you been into where the knives and forks look dirty? And in a suburb like Rosebank, right? So I've got a problem. Yes, of course you can write a letter of complaint to the manager of a restaurant. But you've got to be sensible. We live in the real world, okay? So already my heart is sinking and I haven't even started this letter. So let's have a look at the first paragraph. Right, so there's a problem. The way the food was presented or the cutlery and the cleanliness. So when you say, do you mark the planning? I'm marking the planning. No planning. Planning? Right. On 18 January. All right, so hang on a second. 2 days ago, let's go back. There's the date. 2 days ago, we visited this restaurant. Fine. And we've got it again. What do I suspect? The candidate couldn't think of enough to say to meet the word count. So the candidate is padding. But that will result in the candidates being penalized for a lack of planning. So don't do it. Right, the waiter was friendly. Now, why are you telling me that the waiter gave you the menu, which we then ordered? Hang on, something's gone wrong in the sentence structure here. You ordered food and drinks. Why are we being told this? Is it unusual to be given, again, in the same way that I was saying, when you move in time and space, you only tell me about the journey, how long it took, or where you went, or where you walked, if that is what you're telling me about. You've got a complaint, either about the cutlery, the cleanliness, or possibly the way the food's presented. So why are you telling me about we got a menu? We ordered our food and drink. No, this wasn't planned. I don't mind the thing about the waiters being friendly. Let me get my little red tick. I tell you why I like that. Because you don't want your letter just to be yeah. So I quite like the idea about a friendly waiter. It's a nice moment, right? But I'm not very happy anymore. Right, after having our drinks, our food arrived. I'm sorry, are we ever going to get to the point? So I use GTTP as an abbreviation, get to the point. Now just look at this. After having our drinks, this is a participial phrase. According to that sentence, who had or what had the drinks? Our food. Our food had the drinks. Our food arrived and we were very unhappy. So we've got to the point at last. The forks and knives still had stains from the previous customer's meal. Now, mostly when I've been to restaurants, while you are waiting for your food, your cutlery is brought to you, usually wrapped in a serviette with a little thingy-bobby sticking it down. It's all very beautifully presented. Have you ever waited for your food and then they throw dirty knives and forks at you? Okay. The folks, I still had food from the previous customers. How do you know it was the previous customer? Maybe it was somebody yesterday. My plate still had cheese blemishes from the previous meal eaten on it. Okay, so it's really clumsy. But if your food is all over the plate, how do you know? And was it cheese or egg? No, sorry, are you buying this? Are you convinced? And don't you love this? We were mildly nauseated at the sight of this. Suddenly we're very American. We were mildly nauseated. Sorry. Okay, I don't get this. I really don't, okay? So from previous times I've visited this establishment. Oh, please notice. Now we're looking down our British noses at you. Okay, I've never had a problem, and I quite enjoy the food and atmosphere. If you only quite enjoy it, then why are you going again? Quite means a bit. However, as a customer, I must address this matter to ensure that it doesn't happen again. Now we're going to colloquialisms. So from Americanisms to fruity Brit, we've now gone to colloquial. Right, okay. I must ensure that it doesn't happen again. What is this? Restaurant warrior activist. I suggest that after cleaning dishes and before plating, someone should inspect the cleanliness of the dish and cutlery. So let's just employ somebody else. That would help with unemployment. I look forward to your response and solution to the problem. No, that's inappropriate. Yours faithfully, and you sign it, okay? It's yours faithfully in a business letter. All right. No. Again, do you see, I'd shove it in the moderate category. Maybe I'd be nasty, but no, I wouldn't. Matric, I'd shove it in the moderate category. Bottom of the moderate. Why? Does it know it's a letter? Yes. Is it a letter of complaint? Yes. Are there digressions? Well, only the bit about telling us twice where you went to. Otherwise, no. Oh, and also that thing about ordering the food and what have you, but it's still about being in a restaurant. So, yeah. Is it a letter of complaint? Yes. Is the tone terrible? No, it's just funny. Unintentionally funny, but it's not offensive. Moderate. Do you see what I mean? You need to stop and think. So what could you complain to a restaurant about? I don't know, because any problems I've ever had in a restaurant have always been sorted out very quickly, very professionally. I know on one occasion I was given a fruit salad and I actually called the waiter over and I said, I think you should taste it. The fruit has started to ferment. They took it away and brought me fresh fruit instantly. So I've never had a problem. And this, I presume you didn't eat it. I presume you got up because you were mildly nauseated and left. I don't know. This is not real for me. Is it real for you? Not real for me. Okay, moderate.